In the quiet village where Mrs. Quinn lived, there was always a sense of peace and calm that was often filled with chit-chats and laughter. But one day everything changed. A group of bandits swept through the village like a dark shadow, leaving chaos and death in their wake. They discriminated no one, young or old. Mrs. Quinn, a mother of 3, felt her heart race with fear as she saw her neighbors running for safety. With her eldest child at 9 years old, her second at 5, and her youngest at 10 months old, her heart raced with the urgency of protecting her precious children who were her world. While running to the secret hideout known only to the villagers, she realized she was faced with a terrible dilemma. Her 10-month-old son was sick with a cold, which made him cry and cough uncontrollably, and the secret hideout where all the villagers ran to demanded absolute silence to be safe. Mrs. Quinn's mind raced with options on how best to keep her children safe. Her first instinct begged the question: should she send her older children ahead and find refuge elsewhere with her 10-month baby? But the idea of leaving her children to an uncertain fate tormented her, especially as she was the only family they had. Also, she knew her chances of surviving outside the hideout was almost impossible. So secondly, she thought, should she leave her youngest hidden and journey to the hideout with just the older ones? But her heart tore at the mere thought of it, as she knew she would carry a guilt that she couldn't bear to live with. Lastly, she considered the gamble of going to the hideout with all her children, with intentions to cover her baby's mouth with cloth. But the idea of risking and jeopardizing the safety of the villagers weighed heavily on her conscience, and she knew that was not an option. Tears streamed down Mrs. Quinn's face as she didn't know what to do, as each option bore its own burden and uncertainty. Hence, she looked to the heavens for guidance on what to do.